uncomfortable position of having to defend his honor and integrity over his financial affairs. We see that yesterday, the old lady of North Street, yes, in a front page story, speaking of the ghosts of filings past, PM's legal fight exposes decades of financial gaps, concerns as net worth jumped from 350,000 to 160 million in 2 decades. And you should, if you get a chance, read the story. And having read the story twice, I must tell you this. When you read the details of the story, yeah, to argue that someone has been able to improve their net asset base, yeah, because I don't use the word wealth, because depends on your definition of wealth. You can be asset rich and wealthy. Yeah? You can be wealthy in terms of your ability to do the things you want to do without any concern. You want to go on a holiday tomorrow? Yes? And you want to go to the south of France? And you don't have to worry about how much it will cost you. Yeah? For 99.9% of us, we have to work and plan that for years. So wealth is relative. Yeah? So if you're not schooled in understanding finance, you would say, what? His asset base moves from 350,000 to 160 million in 20 years? He has not done very well. I must tell you, he hasn't done very well. 160 million Jamaican dollars is 1 million US. The exchange rate is 161 million. He has not done very well, frankly. From 350,000 in 20 years. So you have to understand that. Yeah? He has been getting by. But to argue 160 million, that's 1 million US dollars. Compare that to others, including some of his political opponents. Yeah. The other thing that struck me is that Andrew Holness, and I'm going to say this, because I live it. Those of us who were not born into wealth, inherited wealth, however earned, however accumulated, we have had a hard time making it, getting wealthy, because we didn't have any trust fund to inherit at age 21 or 18. Many of us were born into poverty, like he did. I did. Yeah? To get access to wealth, access to capital, meaning loans, equity financing or debt financing, to transform our ideas or brain power into profitable, viable businesses to stay on the right track of the law, we are looked upon and scorned. Because what? We couldn't go into one of the big banks and get a loan because we couldn't find the collateral. Can't find it. We don't have no land, we don't have no house, we don't have no inheritance put on, so you can pledge it. Him, born in a board house in a Spanish town, mother civil servant, he never get nothing. Yeah? But others, when they got to 18 and 21, or they were social friends with prime ministers and ministers of finance, yeah, got all kinds of breaks that we couldn't get. We can't get a break. Where they became parasites on state largesse by being in the right circle. We don't have that privilege. We're not so lucky. We have to damn well use our brain power. Yeah? And then when you use your brain power, like he did, yeah, you're not in the right network. He went to St. Catherine High School, not to Campion. Yeah, not to Immaculate and those places. So, you read that story in the Gleaner yesterday. What did he invest in? Multiple businesses and accompanying investments, assets. Yeah? Businesses such as deposits in failed unregulated investment schemes like Cash Plus and Olint. Yes. That's what he had to invest. He also had to invest in a taxi company. Yeah. Him a hustle to start. That's what he had to do. He never get a break. Figure out my investment bank. Yeah? He never get that. But no. He used to be seen as a thief. Because him reached too far. Him reached too far. And that's why when he said last night, he's seen as a disruptor. Yeah. And I can tell you, I understand it. It has been thrown at me. This is a poor black boy from Rockford, come and own media company, radio station. Yeah? That's not, you know your place. That is the attitude. That is the attitude. Play the clip.
The story of my life is that I have never been given anything free. I've had to work for anything that I have had. I have said it before and I will say it again. I don't know what a gold spoon looks like. It has never been in my mouth. I have no inheritance or any endowment or any trust fund anywhere. Whatever I have worked hard and honestly for it. I have never gained wealth by exploiting the people. No. And I want to say to you that my ethic is that I believe in working for what I have. By the sweat of my brow, I shall eat bread. And that is the ethic of the Jamaica Labour Party. We work for what we have. And in the same way, we are...
The Prime Minister on the political platform yesterday. And he wasn't finished. He went further.
Some people behave like they own Jamaica. It's just a matter that time come for them. It's not a matter that they work for it. It's not a matter that they deserve it. It's not a meritocracy. It's just that time, the effluxion of time. It's just so. But we have never, I certainly have never behaved entitled in Jamaica. A part of the challenge that I face is that I represent a disruption, a real disruption for those persons who believe that they have an entitlement to Jamaica. You see, I don't have any Tapanaris in me. I am 100% purebred Jamaican. The struggles that you went through, I went through. I know what it is to walk to school. I know what it is to not have a seat in a classroom. I went to Spanish Town Primary with more than 60 people in the classroom. I know. And it is because I've had those experiences why I believe that I have been able to direct the development.
And that is why you are being pilloried to have assets totaling $1 million US, $1 million US, while they can have assets worth millions, multiple hundreds of millions of US dollars. Assets that they got, some of them inherited it from them slave masters, descendants. We never get nothing in 1834. We were told to go fend for ourselves without land. And others, yeah, were fortunate to have parents who could leave them millions. Yeah. After the break, the timing of the elections.